Subtitles. You won't believe how it all began. Foreman was so eager to participate in the Olympics 5 years later that he made efforts beyond the imagination of ordinary people to swiftly break free from the shackles of poverty. A year later, he miraculously stepped into the arena of the Mexico Olympics and even made it to the finals. But he found himself up against the legendary Russian boxer Boris, who had an impressive record of 203 wins and a wealth of experience. This was nothing like young Foreman. He struggled, leaving coach, colleagues, and family sweating. Commentators were convinced Foreman was doomed, but in the second half, Foreman suddenly transformed into a beast who had just woken up, showing his real strength. He threw 3 amazing haymakers in a row. With thunderbolt force, he fiercely attacked his exhausted opponent. The referee saw this and stopped the match, granting the ecstatic 19-year-old Foreman Olympic gold. But this was just the beginning of his legendary career. Foreman was about to embark on his professional boxing journey. Though the opponents were tougher, with his extraordinary talent and relentless training, Foreman was unstoppable in professional bouts. He triumphed over 36 foes, achieving an impressive record of 0 losses. Next up was reigning heavyweight champion Joe Frazier. Although Foreman was riding high, people didn't have much faith in him after all. Frazier had dominated the heavyweight scene after beating. Numerous challengers had come up short, especially against Frazier's lethal left hook. If hit, it could be a trip straight to the hospital. But Foreman wasn't fazed, charging in as soon as the bell rang. He was determined to snatch the belt from his opponent, but Frazier was no pushover. Just look at that left hook, it's terrifying. People thought getting hit would slow Foreman down, but he kept coming, landing a strong uppercut quickly. Though he took a hit from a left hook, he didn't go down. His incredible resilience left everyone stunned. Foreman kept throwing punches at a crazy pace and finally knocked Frazier down. The heavyweight champ was struggling to get up. This is a 10 count we don't want to see. Frazier desperately tried to rise, not ready to lose to a young gun, but it wasn't an easy exit. Faced with Foreman's relentless assault, he felt like a helpless punching bag. Ultimately, after a series of massive hits, Frazier couldn't hang on. In just 2 rounds, Foreman made it look easy. He became the new heavyweight world champion. But at the peak of his career, Foreman was about to crash hard. He started wildly splurging his hard-earned wealth, buying luxury cars, fancy houses, and beautiful women came flocking in. His life was like a movie. Forget training. A year on, Foreman met Ollie's challenge. Before it, Ollie was full of confidence. Subtitles. Ollie jokingly said in front of everyone, "Hey, young fellow, are you ready to be defeated by me?" But what Ollie didn't notice was Foreman silently lurking behind him, ready to strike back. Industry experts believe Foreman was in his prime while Ollie was past his peak. Foreman was all set for victory. Experts claimed Ollie stood no chance, might not survive 3 rounds. Ollie threw circumflex symbol 3-3-D ed Cyrillic letter 5-2-3 eum out letter 3-CA Cyrillic letter 4-3 I circumflex eum out tentative pancapirate punches at start, but Foreman barely noticed. Then, under Foreman's relentless assault, Ollie employed his signature dance moves but still got hit with a heavy punch. By the second round, Foreman kept attacking, making Ollie resort to boxing with both hands to stall. Ollie tried to needle Foreman with trash talk, knowing at his age he had to rely on experience to hang in there. By the 7th round, Ollie finally began to launch a counter-attack. Yet Foreman's continuous and fierce onslaught had depleted his stamina. Seeing Ollie still full of energy, Foreman realized he was in trouble and decided to end it quickly. Otherwise, he'd surely lose. By the 8th round, Foreman's punches were weak. Even dancing grandmas had more vigor. Subtitles. Ollie took advantage of the opportunity, knocking down Foreman with a series of rapid punches. Just like that, Ollie regained his boxing championship belt. This ended Foreman's undefeated streak, leaving him deeply shaken. The next 6 months were a blur of depression and despair. With a nudge from his mom, Foreman mustered the strength to get back up, only to lose to nobody in the ring. This defeat crash-landed his confidence. He felt he could never fight again. He disbanded his team, handing over his remaining assets to his roommate to manage. This way, he'd live worry-free. His coach did not desire Foreman to quit boxing entirely. He firmly believed Foreman had the capability to forge his own era. But Foreman's mind was made up, and so he became a pastor. In the tranquility of the church, he sought solace for his soul, as time flew by like a white horse. 7 years whisked away in a blink. The once motivated young man has now turned into a greasy middle-aged uncle. He no longer pursued superficial vanity. Instead, he valued inner tranquility even more. However, fate once again pushed him down to the depths of life. His roommate invested all of his money in high-risk stocks and even borrowed huge loans in his name. Foreman was not just broke, but also weighed down by heavy debt. In despair, he had no choice but to leverage his past fame to pay off his debts. He started selling signed memorabilia and joined infomercials, but looking around, the income just wouldn't cover the massive. Left with no options, Foreman returned to the gym to train alone as a last resort. However, being 40 and weighing 300 pounds posed a massive challenge for him.